Not a typical Friday night in the Big 12. Oklahoma State scores 12 runs. They defeat the Red Raiders by a score of 12-10. Tech now drops to third place in the Big 12, 2 games behind first place TCU with the loss. Robert Giovanetti here along with Mike Gustafson. And Gus, just a weird night, right? 5 errors for Oklahoma State. Tech commits a couple, but a lot of free passes for the Red Raiders, and I think that was probably the difference.
Yeah, and really a hard way to win. And as crazy as this game was, you get through 6 innings, and we score 6 to tie it up, and now you're playing even, and this was reduced to a 3-inning ball game. OSU won the last 3 innings 3-1.
McCain with the 3-run homer to give Oklahoma State the early 3-0 lead. Tech fights back and ties it at 3, but then that crazy 6th inning, and there's McCain again. He hit the double with the bases loaded to score a couple runs. McCain ended with 5 RBIs on the year. And then Colin Simpson, who came into the game in second in the Big 12 in home runs, he hit the 2-run homer, and that closed, or the 3-run homer actually, and that gave Oklahoma State at the time the 9-3 lead. But then Tech responds immediately with 6 of their own in the bottom half, including that massive home run by the freshman John McMillan to make it 9-5. And then Tanner Gardner with his second hit of the inning. And eventually Texas Tech would score 6 runs in that inning and tie it at 9. But then OSU with the run in the 8th allowed them to go to their closer, Cobb. And then really the 2 runs in the 9th, really a big difference. Young gets the home run in the 9th,
right.
But it doesn't make a difference.
Right, and Cobb was outstanding.
Yeah.
And when you replay this, and again, we talk about it being a 3-run ball game, a 3-inning ball game, bottom of the 7th, nobody out, Tech gets a runner on a third. Amid all of this craziness, they don't get that guy in, and you had a chance to let OSU play from behind, and maybe Cobb doesn't become a factor at that point. But they managed it. They got out of the mess, scored their run, got the lead, and brought in their closer and won the ball game.
How about a bright spot? Josh Young, 4 for 6 tonight, the freshman, our player of the game. He had a good night, including the solo homer in the 9th inning, and he's a guy that's going to get better and better for Texas Tech.
Yeah, and you know, when you replay his night, you see 3 singles, 1 to right, 1 to center, 1 to left, and then the opposite field home run. I mean, just quality approach all year long. There it is. That's a pitch that's not a bad pitch. It's down and away. He drills it out to right field.
So, again, Oklahoma State wins it by a score of 12-9. You look at some of the key numbers. Both teams left 11 on base. The 5 errors for Oklahoma State end up not hurting them, right? They get the win, and both teams did a good job of getting their leadoff batter on base tonight. It started out tonight 78 degrees. Right now as we're standing here, it's 56 degrees, so it's a little bit chilly. Red Raiders go Stephen Gingrey tomorrow, and again, a lot on his shoulders.
Yeah, and he's been there before. He's been there before a lot lately since the Davis Martin injury. OSU's going to counter with Tyler Buffett. These are 2 guys that started and pitched well in Omaha last year. So this is a quality matchup, as we talked about earlier. This is really the pitching matchup of the weekend.
Oklahoma State 12, Texas Tech 10. Good night from Rip Griffin Park. Robert Giovanetti, Mike Gustafson.